Be the type of person you want to meet. Okay? Should I say that again? Well, hello people. What's going on? Today is May the 2nd. See, had already gone. Day 2, and I can't do this, guys. I can't do this. And we are talking about relationship preferences. I just gotta gloss on because why not? I don't know. I feel like my voice is a bit croaky today, but that's because it's early. See, I'm not a morning person. I'm not an evening person. I'm a day person, as in like between 12 and 6, more or less. I'm good. Do you know what I mean? I'm good. Is that good? Okay, are we good to go? Cool. So yeah, what I've done, I've picked out 6 relationship preferences. I'm going to talk about them. I feel like people have different stances within relationship preferences. I want to give you my view on them and the importance to me, and at the same time you guys can give me yours. So the first one is racial. Now I was like reading this blog or whatever, and I heard that, you know, if you only seek for your own race within a relationship, I don't know why I'm surprised, but you're racist. Like, so I tell you, my preference is black guys, and then you turn around and tell me I'm racist? Like, how? Like, how is that thing? I think you're looking at it in a really like mad perspective, because it ain't about you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it ain't about white people, it ain't about Asian people. It's just literally about black people, in the sense that it's what I love about myself and about other black people, not what I hate about Asian people or white people. Not like I hate anyone anyways, but not what I dislike them. It's not about you guys. It's nothing to do with you. It's to do with me and how, when I look in the mirror, what do I see? Do you know what I mean? That's what I feel like it's all about. Now, I'm not saying it's racist, because I don't really believe black people can be racist due to the meaning of racism, but I feel like that's a whole different topic. But in today's day, I guess it would be racist if I said I only date black people because white people, I don't know. Okay, I don't like white people's skin color. Or I don't date Asian people because I don't like Asian people's skin color. Then yeah, that's different. That's prejudice. You know, that is, what's that other word? There's prejudice. There's another word. Not judgmental. There's another word. Anyways, if it comes to me, it comes to me. I'll write it on the screen. Then yes, that would be like a bad thing. I am only going for my own race because I believe other races are no good. That is not the case here, and it shouldn't be the case within anyone who looks at race as a preference, because that's where the problem lies. Not that you love your own race, but you hate other races. That's a toxic thing. That has nothing to do with me personally. That's like a personal issue to do with you. Do you know what I mean? You only go for your own race because you believe other races are terrible. How, fam? How? You know what I mean? How can you punish a whole race? Like, I don't honestly, I don't get it. So having a racial preference isn't a bad thing. It isn't racist. I guess it's your why. Do you know what I mean? Like, what is your why? Is it because you hate other races? Well, then there's a problem with you then, isn't it? There's a problem with you. Or is it for the simple fact that you just are so in love with yourself? And for me, it's more like, as I've grown, I know too much. Like, I also know too much about my history, to the point where it would just be safe for me to be with someone in my own race. But I have nothing against any other race. Like, why? What do I have against you? Nothing. Like, for example, this one girl, this white girl from one of my old jobs, she was like, yeah, I only go for black boys or Asian boys because white boys are just boring. Obviously, I didn't know how to take that. I was like, you know what I mean? But the first thing I thought of was some self-love issues. Do you understand? How are you just going to wipe out a whole entire race, your own race, because they are boring? Like, I don't know. Maybe you need to look into yourself. I don't know. So that was an example. Okay, let me know what you think about racial preferences. Moving on to the next one, body and appearance. So tall, short, fat, thin, black, white, curly hair, afro hair, braids, red, yellow, green, pink hair, piercings, tattoos, disability, like if you're in a wheelchair, for example. Did I miss something? I don't know. Everything to do with body and appearance, everything is also a preference. So for me, you know, I'd like a guy that's taller than me. Do you know what I mean? Again, I don't think there's literally any issues because the thing is, right, you can't say, oh, you know, don't judge a book by its cover, because we do, okay? It's human nature to look at someone and be like, will I hang out with you or not? Am I attracted to you or not? Do you know what I mean? Like, hello, Tinder. Like, it's the first thing we see. Because at the end of the day, if you have an interview, my guy, and you turn up in your vest top and your short pants, and the interviewer says to you, so why are you dressed like this today? Right? This is like a business type role. Why are you dressed like this today? I would love for you to turn around and say to him, don't judge a book by its cover. Fam, appearance matters. You know what I mean? It matters. There's nothing I can do about it. Do you know? It just is the way it is. It's the way we were built. It's the way we were made. We see what we like, and that is it. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, what people like is very relative. Everyone likes different things. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like tall guys. Do you know what I mean? I like chocolate guys, you know? But also, I feel like in regards to this, this preference and some other preferences I am going to make, they can change over time due to where you are in your life and your age. For example, let's fast forward to 20 years. Let's say there's a girl who is my age, 27, 20 years, 47, and she's still single, you know? Maybe before she wanted a tall guy and a chocolate guy. Well, maybe now she's just looking for a chocolate guy, you know what I mean? Or maybe now she doesn't even care. I feel like as you grow, your preference changes, but don't mistake that for settling. Do you understand? Don't mistake that for settling. It's okay for your preference to change. Like, it's okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just feel like, you know, people are easy to judge when they're in a happy relationship and they're like, you know, to their 40-year-old friends, oh my gosh, you just settling with him. No, their preferences has changed because their life has changed. They're grown. The way their mind works is differently. So maybe before you didn't want a tall guy, and now, you know, you're happy to go for a shorter guy because things that matter to you have changed. That's not a problem. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. Anyways, let me know about your body / appearance preferences. You know, even share some. What do you think on that? Or are you like, don't judge a book by its cover? I will go with anyone and kind of see how it goes. Cool. Gender. I feel like, you know, I don't want to get involved in the whole gender versus sex. Please, just, we're just talking about male and female. Please don't do that to me because I can't. I need simple. I'm a simple, very simple person, straight to the point. Let's just keep it as male and female, okay? Right, is that gender? I hope so. So preference within gender, as you can see in today's date, this this changes so much for people in their lives. Do you know what I mean? 1 minute like one gender, 1 minute like the other. It just continues to change constantly. Others, not so much. So there's a gender preference. I don't really need to say much about this. You either like guys or you either like girls. Like, it's as simple as that. And again, for people it changes, and for some people it never will. But this isn't just this. The one with this being a gender, for me personally, this isn't just a preference. It is also a standard. Now, for me, when you have a preference can change. But I believe when you have a standard, I don't think your standard should ever drop. I think that's, for me, the difference. Preference is, okay, cool, right? It's just a preference. It's what you prefer. It's not a must. But some things in some people's life, due to who they are, what they do, I don't know, is a must. So gender is one of those things that is a must. For me, it will always be a guy, and it will always have to be a guy due to the type of person I am, but I'm also a Christian. So that is not just a preference, it is also a standard for me. So yes, let me know. Gender. Next one. Age. Age is just a number. Age is not just a number. Oh my gosh, age is not just a number. Not to me anyway. I always wanted a guy who was older than me, but close to my age, because I kind of like the whole, you know, growing together, experiencing new things together. It's kind of hard in this day and age because I could meet a guy who's my age and he's already had a whole life, you know, kids, married, divorced, everything. Do you understand? But it's most likely for me to find someone my age who hasn't had all that stuff. But there's still a lot of guys my age and younger who's already had a life. Maybe not even the married and divorced, just like the kids and stuff. Like, it's a lot. To be fair, it doesn't really matter to me personally, as long as there's no pedophilia going on. Like, other than that, it's cool. Well, I say that. I know someone who knows of someone, doesn't know them, knows of someone who was on a dating app, right? And apparently what I'm going to say next is legal. So I don't know. To me, it makes me feel sick, but whatever. And this someone is 30, a male, and he was looking for females, and he put the starting age at 16. Now, my sister is 16. So I'm telling you, I'm about to rip heads. Like, I am about to rip heads. She ain't on these dating sites. But I'm telling you, if a 30-year-old was trying to move to my 16-year-old sister, I would break heads. I don't know, something about that doesn't sit right with my soul. Like, a 30, do you know what I mean? There's so many other ages in between 16 and 30. Can you not just raise the bar to about, I don't know, 20, 21? Like, I don't know why you're dealing with people under 20 at your big age of 30. Like, you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm not even going to lie here. Like, I don't know. You grazing the line of pedophilia here, because at the end of the day, there's so many girls today who may be 16 and may even look 16 or older, but they're only 14. Do you understand? I don't understand why you'd even do that to yourself. Why would you even put yourself in that position? Like, that is such like a very, like, I don't know. It's just a lot. Like, sometimes, yes, there is laws, but there's also common sense. Like, anytime when your common sense wants to jump in, let me know. Like, let me know. To me, that's no. That's gross. Like, my skin is crawling as we speak. Like, I don't care. 16 is too young for a 30-year-old, in my opinion. The reason why I try to stay away from younger guys, I talk like I'm dating at the moment. I am dating at the moment, but not like dating. Like, I'm fully committed in a relationship. But the reason why I would try, past tense, to stay away from younger guys is because from experience, I don't want to like say all younger guys, but they're just very immature. So for example, if I meet a guy my age, like, he's like super immature. Like, yes, he's 27, but his mind is telling me he's 24, 25. Do you understand? Like, he's not at my level maturity wise. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard for me to then go with a guy who's even 1 year younger than me, because then that's another year younger in immaturity that this guy is. Like, it's hard. It's just not easy, man. It's not easy dealing with babies. I'm telling you, babies. So yeah, and then a guy who's much older than me, I feel like he's experienced quite a lot more than I have. So a lot of things that we do together, he's already done. Not always, but you know, usually if I'm 27, he's 36, for example, then yeah, he's done a lot of crap already. So I just prefer to be with someone my age, which is funny because my boyfriend is literally like 4 months older than me. Couldn't actually be more perfect. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was just a happy coincidence, like that he's so close to my age but still older than me. Like, I love that. So yeah, let me know what you think about age preferences. Oh my gosh, it's 17 minutes, almost 18 minutes, and we're only on the fourth one. Okay, 2 more, guys. Religion. Okay, so again, when I was talking about preferences and standards, as a Christian girl, this isn't just a preference. It's not something I just prefer. No, it's a standard. Something that will never, ever be able to drop. Doesn't matter if I'm 27, 37, 57, 107. It will always have to be a man of God for me. But to other people, it's actually only a preference. I'm not quite sure how that works, you see. But I feel like I will do another video on that. But honestly, that baffles me. How you can be with someone that's got a completely different belief. I don't really know how that works. It's mad. But yeah, for some people it's just a preference. But for me, it's a standard. Like, always. That can never ever drop. I would say, for example, when we're talking about settling, if I was 20 years older or whatever, and then there was a guy who's, you know, I don't know, an atheist, an agnostic, you know, a Buddhist, a Muslim, whichever, right? As long as they're not a Christian, I am settling. I am settling because I've let my standards drop. Same as the gender. So yeah. But I don't think I have much to say on religion. Just that, to me, make it make sense. If you're from one religion, wouldn't it make sense for you to be with someone, spend the rest of your life with someone who also believes in the same thing as you? Do you know what I mean? And even if you don't have religion, let's say you're an atheist, doesn't it make sense for you to be with another atheist? Or am I missing something here? Like, am I missing something? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, we have to speed this up. And the last one is materialism. So, you know, what car do they have? What house do they have? Are they living on their own or living with their parents? Their wage, what job do they have? What money is it bringing in? Again, for me, preference, but that doesn't mean it's a preference for everyone. That some people, it literally is a standard, like you must have X, Y, and Z. For me, no, it's just preference. To be fair, it's not really something I even look at, if I'm honest. I'm not really bothered, to be fair. I say that, but it's not like I've ever been in a situation where I liked a guy and I found out, you know, he was I don't know, what is a job that people look down on? A dustbin man. Do people look down on that? Maybe. So yeah, or a road sweeper or something. I don't know if road sweepers still exist. So yeah, it's not like I've ever been in that situation. But for me, it's like, how do you handle yourself? Again, it would, because I'm young, I'm not young, but I'd say before I got in a serious relationship, I was quite young. So why would I even be thinking about that? But some girls are like really far forward. They're like, yes, I want you to have this, even though they don't have it, but whatever. But maybe, for example, that preference could change when I get to 40. Maybe by 40, yes, I expect you to have your own house. I expect you to have a car. I expect you to be earning this much. But in my 20s, like, I don't really care. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can grow and build together. Like, that's the whole great thing about being young and being with someone else who's young. Do you know what I mean? There's not really much expectations except you know how to look after yourself, regardless of whether you're living on your own or living with your parents. Like, don't be a slob. And I'm not your mum, so I'm not going to wipe your backside. Do that yourself. You know, I'm not asking for a lot. I'm not asking for a lot in my 20s. But for some people, it is like a standard kind of thing. But then it can switch. Maybe when you're young and ambitious and you have all these young guys about, you may be like, yes, I want a car. I want him to have a house and all this. And then you get to 40, you're still single, and you're like, well, you know, it doesn't matter if he's only earning 20k a year, and it doesn't matter if he only has one car and it's like 30 years old and stuff like that. So it literally just depends on the person. Speaking of something that I heard not so long ago, there was a girl and she was with this guy and he was a teacher, and they were dating for a few weeks or a few months. So, you know, she didn't owe him anything. They've been together like 2 minutes. And then I don't know what happened. For some reason, he quit his job as a teacher and became a cashier. And I think the most weird part about this story is that he didn't tell her. But like, why? Like, why wouldn't you tell? So to be fair, that's a red flag. Like, you're hiding your life. Like, anyways, she found out and she dumped him because her standards were, you know, well, her preferences, I guess. I don't know if it's her standards, but clearly it is because she dumped him. So her preference standards was like, no, like, you know, teacher wage is more where she is at, not cashier wage. But I feel like if it was me, I probably would have let him go for the reason that he lied and hid it from me, not the fact that, you know, he's now a cashier. But I believe for her reason, it was because he was a cashier. So, you know, everyone is so different. Do you know what I mean? I'm not here to judge anyone's preferences or standards. I'm just telling you mine so you can then share yours. I'm interested. I like hearing about this kind of stuff. You know, it intrigues me. But I feel like it intrigues me a lot when girls have the audacity, right? The audacity to say, I want him to have a house, a car, be on 6 figures, right? When you still be living at home, you haven't drove a day in your life, and fam, I don't know when you'll ever see 6 figures, okay? I don't know, but you expect this man to be all this, okay? So here's some advice for you guys, for you girls, materialistic. Be the type of person you want to meet. Okay? Should I say that again as we're finishing? Be the type of person you want to meet. Stop shooting your shot way too high, fam. Be at a level and then you can have him at your level. But don't be asking for fairy tales at this point. It sounds like a fairy tale. And if that's what you're after, maybe sugar daddies is the way to go, fam. Maybe is all I'm saying. Anyways, guys, we've come to the end of the video. This was a lengthy one. Like, oops, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it would take so long. Thing is, I have so much to say, and I don't even know that I have so much to say. I just feel it. I just have a feeling that I have so much to say, and then here we are 25 minutes later. So yeah, let me know everything in the comments below. Like, come, I want to hear it all. Thrash it out, just like I thrash it out. Don't hold back, because, you know, life is too short. Okay, cool. I will see you on tomorrow's video.